Welcome to Mfonisu Podcast on Crackhouse TV on YouTube. And I'm still your host, Henry Crackhouse. And I don't know whether I sick. I make I drink my kai small. Anyways, may we dive in. Waiting we get to yarn today. How na day? How na day? How are you? How have you been? How is your health? I hope you're fine. Hope you're doing great. See, get waiting. I want yarn today. We be say before I forget. I want to begin this episode by saying this. Governments, governments of some certain countries, they really get on my nerves these days. Some politicians, they really know how to get on people's nerves these days. And I couldn't help but, I couldn't help but, man, why am I speaking English? See. There are things people don't talk about or people don't want to talk about for one reason or the other, for reasons best known to them. People are just afraid to speak on these things. See, governments nowadays are really about to cross that line. Every time I'm on, like, I want to like read news or listen to something on social media, like like you want to know what's going on, and you just want to get information. All you see is the government of this country is about to come up or is proposing a law that will make it possible for people to come into the country to work. They want to grant they want to extend visa, make it easy for skilled migrants to come from some country to come work. And I'm always like, it's like we're gonna record this. Welcome once again. Welcome once again. Welcome once again. And welcome to Mfoniso Podcast on Crackhouse TV. And thanks for stopping by. See, remember, we talked about that fat girl in the previous episode. I don't want to yap her today, but I still have a few words to talk about. Make a yap, I'm small, but later in this episode. You see, make I begin this episode like this. If in your country, any country where you there now, if you're in any of the Western countries, like say you're in Europe, in Western Europe, or you are in the United States, you're in Canada, are you not tired of hearing or seeing your government always trying to come up with plans to make it possible for skilled workers to come into the country to work? Anytime I want to go meet social media or like online platforms to read news or to just I turn TV on to listen to news, what's going on around the world. I'm always seeing, yeah, the government of this country, the German government is trying to make it easier for skilled workers, for skilled migrants to come in to the country because we lack workforce. And I'm always like, have you dumb nuts or have you idiots ever stop to ask yourself, say, why is your workforce low, or why are people not taking up jobs again? Why are people not taking up some particular jobs again? Have you guys ever stopped to ask yourself these kind of questions? Say, waiting make people know they where they do this work. Why like the other day I was driving back on my way somewhere, so I was listening to the radio, and I'm like, yeah, they are trying to create a way where how so that so that skill teachers can come into the country because we lack teachers in our schools. And I'm like, have you guys ever stopped to ask yourself, say, why people don't want to take teaching jobs? Have you guys ever asked yourself why don't qualified people, why are they not taking teaching jobs again? You want to make it possible and easy for skilled workers, according to you guys, so not me, skilled workers to come into the country to work. Now, nobody is asking you guys how much do you plan or how much are you planning to pay them. What about the people, the skilled workers who are already in the country? What about the skilled workers who are all citizens, indigenous of the country who are working? Why not? Why don't you think of making it like making like putting together a good incentive? Why don't you consider putting a package together where be say you go pay these people, you go like create a law that will force employers to pay, that will force companies to pay their employers well, or the employees. Yeah, why don't you make laws that will make things are increasing, prices of things, inflation is going up every single day. And what instead of you guys facing and dealing with like trying to make life comfortable for the people who are already in the country working, people who wake up in the morning, work their ass out for like from morning till evening, instead of you trying to see how you can make those people live comfortable. You're not talking about that. You're talking about trying to like making it possible, like the creating B34 visa card, creating this, that card, making it for possible, like making it easy for migrants, for skilled workers to come into the country to work. How much are you planning to pay the skilled workers when they arrived in the country? Nobody is talking about that. They say there are no teachers in our schools. You don't ever ask yourself, say, why be say people don't want to take up teaching jobs? How about you allow teachers discipline kids? How about you allow teachers discipline kids who are from broken homes, who are from useless homes? You don't ever go inside schools, see how some students, you go see little students, how then they treat their teachers. If the teachers wants to like speak out or speak up and like try to do something, the parents would come in and start attacking the teachers. Nobody is talking about that, right? Nobody is talking about that. Nobody wants to go there. But we want to create a platform. Yeah, we are doing what is it called in Canada? Express entry whatsoever visa lottery and bullshit. What about the people in the country? What about the people who are already in the country working? People who are already in the country working. They've been working for 15 years. Their salary hasn't increased, but prices of things they increase every phase of January. Nobody wants to talk about that. No politician is talking about that. But you're looking for ways to make it easier for people to become citizens so they can get jobs. You're looking for ways to like to open doors for more people to come in. How much were you they plan to pay them? How much were you they plan to pay them when they come in? Nobody wants to go there, right? Nobody wants. Okay, when we go to commercials, Jerry.
If you visit the bathroom more than necessary at night, get this papaya leaf, rinse it with clean water, put it in a bowl, and then you add a little water to it to squeeze it. Squeeze it with your hand until the water turns green. Filter it, take a glass once a day for 3 days. You will see the wonder of nature. Let someone say there is power in nature. Stop playing.
You don't subscribe. You don't subscribe. Hit the subscription button. They subscribe now, now. Hit the subscription button. Hit the like button. Hit all the buttons where they necessary. Honestly, sometimes you just want like talk about things where we say, you just want to yarn. You just want to talk about things where we say, but then some stupid things will just cross your mind and you'll be like, it could begin piss you off. There is this Nigerian girl in the UK who wants to become the next UK's prime minister. Oh man, damn man, oh man. There is this Nigerian girl. What is her name? Kemi. She's a Yoruba girl. There is this Yoruba girl in the UK. She's the leader of the what? The conservative party. She wants to become the next UK prime minister. It is sad. If you're Nigerian, if you're an African, if you're melanated, and go listen to her. Go listen to some of the things she said about Nigeria. Go listen to her immigration, this thing, reform policies, the plans she has for the UK concerning immigration and what she plans to do. And she's a Yoruba girl. She's a Yoruba girl. Her name is Kemi Badenoch. She's Yoruba. Kemi is Yoruba. So I really don't have much to like. I don't want to say too much. Yeah, I don't have anything to say. The only thing I can say is that it is just sad. It is sad. The extent at which we, the black people, can go to try to fit in. It's sad. Um, we are ready to sell out our brothers and sisters just to get some little form of acceptance and recognition from people, from some other people, and it is just sad. It is sad. It is sad. See, like I don't talk previously say, I will never, I will never, I will never come up here again, sit in this stool in front of that camera and bash Nigeria negatively. Never. I will never do that again. See, them say people pikin no fine, but in mama like am. Pikin no fine, ugly monkey, na mama monkey born am. I will never come sit here and bash Nigeria negatively again. Never. Because like I talk Nigeria, the country, there is absolutely nothing wrong with Nigeria, the country. Our problem, our problem is bad leadership. So me coming up here and be saying, hey, Nigeria this, Nigeria that, Nigerian police stole your brother's shoe. She made a statement the other day that she doesn't want the UK to become like Nigeria. Somebody should tell her that the UK can never and will never become like Nigeria as long as they don't leave Nigeria alone. She said the Nigerian police stole her brother's shoes.
You use them to try and destroy us.
Do you trust the British police?
I do. I do. But remember my experience with the police in Nigeria was very negative. And coming to the UK, my first experience with the police was very positive. The police in Nigeria would rob us. So when people say, "Oh, I had this bad experience with the police because I'm black and they're white," I was like, "Well, I remember the police stole my brother's shoes and his watch.
His shoes?
Yeah, they took his shoes and his watch. It's a very poor country, so people do all sorts of things, and giving people a gun is just a license to intimidate. But that's not the bar we should use for British police. Obviously, it should be much higher. But my experience was so positive when I was burgled, for example. The police were there, very helpful. They eventually caught the person. This is 2004, so 20 years ago. The police did catch, they did catch criminals. And now we've given them too much to do, in my view. So the police are the first line of defense for everything. And I think that burden makes it a lot harder for them to actually do the basics. And that's another thing that we need to look at.
Maybe she should ask the Nigerian police why they stole her brother's shoes and what will make the Nigerian police steal her brother's shoes. Do police in England still go do they go about or go around stealing people's shoes? How many policemen collect bribes on the road in England, and why don't they do it? See, you see, there are things people, we Africans, in fact, I don't even want to speak on her issue. The only thing we have been one say be say it just they too sad. It just they very, very sad. The extent that which we Africans, we black people, will go because we they find one small recognition, because we they find acceptance, because we don't love ourselves. You know the length we will hate ourselves, how much we will hate ourselves just so we can get acceptance from these people. It is sad. If you don't know that woman, go listen to her. You can Google her, hear the things where she they spew, where they come out of her mouth. It is sad. And that being said, maybe we move into another video. And I mean, maybe we do commercial. Yeah, let's do commercial. Subscribe. I'll be right back. Get some things where you could say it could break your heart. You know, it could want break your spirit, but you know, it didn't break our spirit. This is still funny. So that show where with the gather money, they help people back home in Nigeria. Like I talk, fat people are really full of shit. There's a video of that fat girl where don't come to go talk say driver no Greek carrier. There's a video of her. Watch the video of her. When we come back, I will say one thing or two about that video.
Come on, come on. Hold on. Get on this side. Get on this side. I got you. What's up? What we doing? Damn, look at all these motherfucking steps, yo.
No, that video was interesting. Let me see that video again.
Come on. Hold on. Get on this side. Get on this side. I got you. What's up? What we doing? Damn, look at all these motherfucking steps.
See, nobody say if you've been seeing that video, I wanted you to pay attention to the vehicle, the truck she came out of, or she came out from. The vehicle she came out of. Then compare that vehicle to the small vehicle she's suing the lift for. Because of the small vehicle, why the vehicle that is involved in this whole thing that is making her sue lift. Check the vehicle she came out of and compare it to the small vehicle that's making her sue lift. White people are full of shit. Lots of them, most of them are full of shit. They always want recognition. They always want people to like leave them alone. Like, yeah, if my body is somebody shaming me, fuck you, lose some weight. Stop eating rubbish. Stop eating rubbish. And you notice how they can be dumb and stupid sometimes. They can be dumb and stupid sometimes. Be talking. Fat people are really full of shit. There's another video I have of fat people talking shit, especially fat people who like, you know, they're talking shit about Africa. Fuck you. Anyways, watch this one. When we come back, we'll talk about that.
Is the worst accent in the entire world? African. The African accent? Why is that?
You can't understand what saying.
When I see him, see, make I tell you guys, I've said this several times that English, the English language is not ours. Got nothing to do with us. Has never been ours. Will never be ours. The fact that some Africans are able to speak or communicate in this language doesn't make it like a lot, like doesn't you know, give some people rather the right to start condemning some other people who can communicate using this method, this English language thing. English is not our own. We have over 2,000 or more languages, different languages in Africa. In Nigeria alone, where I come from, we have over 500, more than 500 different languages. In my state, we have almost how many? 5 or 6. I mean, I live, you know, like me, I live here 5 kilometers from me. The next person will not understand a word from my. So English is not got nothing to do with us. It's called Africa, for fuck's sake. It's called Africa. The continent is called Africa, not England. The continent is called Africa, not England. English got nothing to do with us. So when I hear people like that begin this talk nonsense. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of where you're from. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of your culture. Be proud of your accent. Be proud of your language. Do not allow anybody come from God knows where come impose something on you and expect you to speak it more than him or her. Come on, people, wake the fuck up and stop doing things. Stop thinking like idiots. I don't know. This episode don't become personal, Abby. Don't subscribe so that you know we could have this kind of conversation. You see, even me, I'm finding it difficult. I'm having difficulty speaking this language because it's not my language, and I live in a country where we don't speak that language. We speak a different language. The fact that I can still communicate in English is because I know I learned it when I was little and in primary school, in kindergarten, in secondary school, in the, at the university. And so that is why I'm still able to communicate in English. I have lived in this country for a very long time. We don't speak English, so fuck anybody who says you have accent. Be proud of who you are. Fuck that person. How many of those English people can speak your dialect? How many of the people in England can speak your native, your African mother tongue? And then you have the audacity, you have the effrontery to come on social media and say Africans have bad accent, bad English accent. Fuck you, fuck your mother, fuck everybody. I swear to God. See, damn, this just crossed my mind now. Not all, yeah, fuck fat people. But you see, girls, did you know that? Did you know that girls intentionally, some girls they will intentionally leave their house looking hot? Did you know that? Some girls will wear some jeans and they'll be just be walking, on the and with their little child, they're wearing these jeans. That jeans is just tight, and you are driving and you're while and you're cutting eye. In Africa we call it cutting of eye in Nigeria. So you will like you just be cutting eye and she's going in that jeans and that jeans, man, you just see that ass and you're like, you'd be like, oh, man, check out that ass. Girls in jeans, man, girls in jeans. I don't know what thing we don't. I don't know what thing they like plan to accomplish. But girls in jeans, they even got genuine's attention. Them doing too much, they got genuine's attention. Genuine even had to ask, is there any more room for me in those jeans for real? You'd be like, baby. Honestly, she's getting tougher these days, man. We'll be right back. Let's go do some commercials. Subscribe there, it's still there. Let's go do some commercials. Don't go anywhere. This is still Funny Show, and I'm still your host. We're still on Crack House Radio and TV. We'll be right back. So the other day, we had a talk at work. We had a talk at work, and I was so like, wow. After the whole talk, I was like, wow. I was able to hold myself. See, I work at a very toxic environment. My workplace is very toxic. My workplace, the people I work with, I know they don't like me, but I don't give no more. I don't give a shit no more. I know they don't like me. They pretend in front of my face, They pretend in my face, behind me, they talk shit. And when you start noticing your co-workers, anything, if they were like somewhere discussing and you happen to walk by or go closer to them and all of a sudden they stop talking and move away, yeah, you should definitely watch out for those kind of people. So those are the kind of people I work with. But the other day after they talk with all of us, I was like, wow, because it's like I developed a thicker skin. I've developed it because it was always about me. You know, that little micro aggression from your co-workers because you're the only black person in the room. So it was always about me, and there all the micro aggression and the micro racism and those discrimination and all those bullshit. The bias, the bias is too much. The bias from my firefighter is next level. It's like he doesn't even know himself. He himself doesn't know how biased he is. But but you see, after that talk, I was like, man, I've really developed things. In fact, let me show you guys how I am at work. Let me show you guys how I am at work. Watch. Before we wrap this episode up, before we end this episode, I want to send this message to government. Instead of you guys looking outside for people to come into your countries to fill up, to pick up jobs where people don't, where people in the country don't want to do, how about making those jobs attractive so that the people already in the country, the indigent, can will want to like go into those kind of jobs and occupy those places? How about making it attractive? How about paying people well? How about allowing school teachers to discipline stubborn children? How about paying people well? How about making laws where could compel employers to pay their employees good salary? How about making it possible for people to create good working environment? How about paying teachers well? How about paying cleaners well? How about paying garbage removal people well? How about increasing salary? Not only minimum wage, but just make it compel the people, companies to pay people well. You know, provide training for the people where already they the country. Don't be looking outside to try like bring people in to come do job that is not that people will come work, but how much are you ready and willing to pay these people? You want people to come do jobs that qualified people in the country don't want to do because you don't want to pay them their worth, because you don't want to pay them what they are worth. You don't want to pay them what that job is supposed to pay them. You want to go bring people from Africa, from India to come do jobs that people in the country already can do, but simple because you don't want to pay those people in the country, you want to go bring cheap workforce, make they come do jobs where we say jobs where you suppose pay somebody 20-30 euros an hour. You want to go bring somebody who is willing and ready to do it for 8 euros, and then you clap for yourself. I know maybe I'm beginning to sound like the Yoruba woman in England, but sometimes we're going to need to tell ourselves the truth. And then during election, they will come with all kinds of promises and bullshit and be telling you this, and then the next day there's like, yeah, we try to make it easy for people to come in and pick up jobs because our workforce is declining. Have you ever asked yourself why your workforce is declining, for fuck's sake? You think there are no people in the country who are willing to work? People are willing to work. They just don't want to work. Because if they sit at home, the government pays them better than. Why the fuck would someone want to drive 50 kilometers every day, to and fro 100 kilometers in a day to go work at the end of the month, earns 20 euros per hour? When you start deducting the fuel money and all those other things, Someone who is sitting at home receiving money from the government will get more money at the end of the month. So why would somebody want to pick up such a job? Tell me. Tell me. Why would I want to drive 50 kilometers to go to a job that's going to pay me something that will not know that at the end of the month my account will be minus? Why the fuck would I want to do that? You guys don't ask yourself these questions, but you want to bring people, you want to make it possible for people to come there, express entry for skilled workers. Fuck all that bullshit. Pay the skilled workers already in the country. Pay the skilled workers who are already in the country. Pay them well. Pay the graduates, pay the trained people in the country, pay them well, pay teachers well. Allow teachers to discipline stupid children. Allow teachers to discipline stubborn children. Pay teachers well because you don't know the stress they go through to teach some of your useless children. The word is enough for the wise. I think I've talked too much already. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Till then, subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you in the next. Till then, I'm out of here.